talk about before.
No, yeah. And I did go through your slide deck. It's very good. It's just as good as Bill's was. I'm unbelievably impressed with the level that you guys can put into this, especially since I've seen you guys do schoolwork, all of you, before.
Yeah.
It's entirely different. Yeah,
well,
this is impressive.
Our frontal lobes are fully developed.
Fully developed now.
So.
That's true. That's very true. We know how to focus on shit now.
So what's new with you, buddy? You still working at the lab?
I am still working at the lab, but I'm looking to move to a closer lab.
Okay.
The place I'm at, the commute's just starting to get to me. An hour both ways sucks.
So is it like, where is it? It's in Cincy?
It's in Cincy.
Like it's in, like, downtown, or
not downtown.
It's close to the...
Yeah, I think we're probably, like, 20 minutes from downtown.
Is that the university?
I'm 2 exits away from UC. I don't even have to take the highway to get there. I can just zip through and get there if I needed to for whatever reason, especially with the hospital being there, which is, it's good to know when you're playing with a lot of strong acids and bases sometimes, or salmonella,
Sure.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to know where they're at.
Hop in that chemical shower and then get me over to the hospital. Let's go. Come on.
Just bundle me up and throw me in the car. And then I can kind of see Paycor Stadium. Like when I get up on our top level and look out, I can kind of see it, but I'm not like in the city skyline or anything.
I mean, I'd rather see the skyline than that place of mediocrity.
That's fair.
That palace of mediocrity is what it is.
Yeah. It's weird being around a bunch of Bengals fans at work, and I'm starting to get so excited, and I just have to sit there and be like, yeah, I know everything about Joe Burrow, and they're like, oh, are you a Joe Burrow fan? I'm like, no, not at all, but I know everything about the man's life because of my friends.
Dude, he is, excellent quarterback. And I saw part of the quarterback thing, and he's like a fossil nerd, and I was just like, damn it. I can't have him be a bio nerd. I can't. I'm going to like him too much. You know what? It makes a lot of sense.
It does.
Jalen Hurts doesn't have time for fucking dinosaur fossils, okay? You listen to his press conferences, he does not talk about dinosaur fossils.
No, he's focused on ball. He's just very
focused on ball.
He's focused on ball. Yeah.
And how many rings does Joe Burrow have to show for it?
Good point. It's a really good point. Maybe he needs to stop talking about Archaeopteryx and focus on
stop taking field trips with Miss Frizzy and go study the playbook.
Field trips with Miss Frizzy was good. I like that. Yep. That makes me want to leave this part in.
Hey, mama said the way you move gonna make you sweat, gonna make you groove. The way you shake that thing gonna make you burn, gonna make you stay. Hey, baby, when you walk that way, watch honey drip, can't keep away. No, oh no! We're in there!
Yes, right. Fezz.
Oh my God!
Get started. Welcome, people of Earth, to yet another exciting edition of the Scuttle. Before I get into it with our guest here, I would like to put out a little bit of an apology for being a week behind. Mr. Dan Schlescher was not able to make an appearance last week, even though you all voted for him. Turns out his son was having a birthday that week. I don't know why they couldn't move it, but whatever. I do want to clarify, though, it is not because we could not afford Mr. Schlescher's fee. We do have an intern devoted entirely to that. He is working at a rare earth metal mine to pay for Dan's fee. That is, and he's pretty much just getting paid in the metals. We're sending Dan lithium, platinum, gold if we can find it, whatever it takes to get that fee on there. It is not because we can't cover it. I want to make that clear. Having said that, I did offer him the ability to send a voice note at any time, and I'll play it on a future podcast. And I would like to also extend that request to everybody else in the league. If you want to be on a pod and just want to send a voice note, send it to me and throw in a text there saying, hey, this is for the pod, save it, don't be a dumbass, because there's a good chance I'll just delete it and lose it forever, like I did that one podcast with Alex. All right, getting into our guest. We've got a very special one here today. He's been brought up quite a bit already in the league. He may not have the best record in the world, but he does provide some of the best entertainment that anybody can. My personal favorite highlight is when he just demolished Dan in the very first Smash relay. That was a good time. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our two-time last place, but always number one in our hearts. It is Fezz Facina on the podcast today. Fezz, how you doing?
I'm great, man. It is good to see you. It is good to have the content train rolling again.
We do it all for you.
Yeah, doing it for the league.
Yeah, we love you guys. We like to make you happy. Tell us how you've been, what you've been doing in the off season. We all know that you passed the bar. Congratulations again on that. That's a huge, huge achievement.
Thank you.
Yeah, that is incredible, especially first try. I would have given you 3 before I started being like, all right, Fezz.
Yeah, it felt good. So I took the bar right before this last draft. So right before Austin.
Nice.
I took it that July. And then I went right into more law school. I got a second degree from Georgetown here, doing like a tax program.
Yeah, you told me about that.
So that wrapped up this May. It was just a one year program.
Cool.
Job market here is pretty bad. A lot of government folks, a lot of government attorneys that are quickly out of jobs. Well, there's different opinions on that in the league, so we'll just leave it at that.
Slide past that. We'll talk. We can talk that one off there if you want.
So, all that to say, I wasn't able to find anything after graduating in May. So, one of my professors is a judge here in DC, so I'm doing like administrative work for her.
Fantastic.
Just started actually like 2 weeks ago. So, yeah, it's good so far. It's nice to actually have a real paycheck, not just student loans. So,
no, I can definitely relate to that. Getting it paid on like a bi-weekly basis as opposed to every day from serving was a huge. Yeah, it's a weird thing to get used to. Yeah.
The numbers are bigger.
Numbers are so much bigger. That's good. You like working for the judge? I feel like that's a good place to start. Like, I feel like I always hear about, like, you look at a future judge or like a judge past career or whatever, and they always start clerking for somebody.
Yeah, so it is clerking is great. I am not clerking. That's kind of the distinction here. So I'm not clerking. The woman that I'm replacing has been with this judge for like 10 years.
Gotcha.
So they were just kind of like, hey, we need somebody. It's yours if you want it. Like, she's been really great.
That's awesome.
She's like encouraging me to apply to like lawyer jobs. So, but it is cool. It's cool to work with her, see how they like talk through everything. So
yeah, that's the experience of that alone is that's cool. I would love to do that even for for just a little bit, just to learn
3 years of school. That's all it takes.
Oh yeah. Ugh, I don't want to think about school again. I've been.
Yeah, don't bother with it.
Yeah. I've got all these little kids, 22 and 23-year-olds that are fresh out of college, and they're like, "Should I go back? Should I go back?" And I'm just sitting there like, "I already did it," and it's like I'm right where you're at. So think about that for a second.
Don't. It's a lot of money.
So much money. Yeah, it's not the time for it. Curious on your thoughts for Vegas this year. I know it's a big one. You were actually a big reason on why I'm more okay with Vegas. You kind of opened my eyes to the idea of there's more than just gambling there. Like, we can go to shows. We're going to go to that Sphere show. So I'm excited to hear your thoughts.
Alex is going to take us to a burlesque show or something, so I'm in for that.
Yep.
I've been to one.
Oh.
They are... it's an experience. We'll put it that way. It's an experience, but they.
This one will be for sure.
Yeah, Vegas is like an adult playground in all of the good and bad ways, right? Like all the casinos, all of the Sin City stuff, but it's like it's also they host all these conferences. Mm-hmm. Like there's shows, like there's. Don't they have like a permanent Cirque du Soleil there or something like that?
Yeah, there's a couple of different like permanent shows there.
Like, there's so much shit to do. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I think either out of desperation because we're broke, or just out of like I really can't play blackjack anymore. I think we'll find our way to some more of those things.
Yeah, it'll be exciting to see who crashes out of the gambling first. I mean, like me and Alec are not going to do too much, but of the heavy gamblers, it'll be interesting to see which one first decides to join me and Alec on whatever we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I like the show at the Sphere. You're going to that, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to that.
Like, I'll be honest, it's not really my speed, the
same here
EDM stuff, but I was like, I'm gonna throw away $150 and save like $600 because I won't be at a table for those 3 hours.
That's a good point.
So that's the way I viewed it. But
yeah, it'll be fun. I mean, live concerts are always fun. I've had fun at a country concert, and there's maybe 4 country songs I want to listen to, but I still had fun.
I mean, it's gonna be a stick light show.
Yeah,
the speakers and
it's gonna be a lot of glow sticks.
Technology they have in that thing is pretty incredible.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It'll be cool just to like see a show at the Sphere. It'll be an experience in and of itself, which will be fun. I'm also hoping to try and find a comedy show. I recently heard that I think
that would be cool.
David Spade, I think, has got a residency in Las Vegas right now, which it'd be cool to see him.
Sign me up. I would do that for sure.
Hell yeah. Cool. I'm excited.
What do you think? All right, we're talking about Vegas here. What do you think about this pool situation? Like,
the
which
pool
one?
Situation.
I just don't think a couch is worth. What was it going to be? Like $400 a person?
Yeah, something like that.
That's as much as we're splitting hotel rooms per person. Like, what are we doing?
For days, yeah. That's
like, what are we doing?
That's kind of wild.
I'm all for having a good time. I'll be there, tattoos and all. I'll be having fun, but I just don't like that's gambling money that we now cannot spend because we're paying for a couch that we'll be too drunk to enjoy, and we'll be in the pool the whole time.
Yeah, so the only amenity that I really cared about when it came to that pool is shade would be nice, like having confirmed shade. I don't need a
go under the water. Just go under the water.
I don't know enough about physics to dispute that.
You know more than me.
But yeah, I would think shade would be nice. But even then, I mean, I'm sure there would be other shade there. Like, I don't know, $400 for a spa is just kind of crazy in and of itself.
Yeah,
I understand it's Vegas and all that, but
like, I get the idea, right? Of like, if if you go Gen Pop, then you're never going to get a seat.
Very true.
But it's like, we're not bringing backpacks down there.
No, we're not. Yeah.
We're bringing a fucking towel and my sunglasses and flip-flops.
And maybe Alex's little thing of Catan, which is so easily portable, as long as he's not the one pulling it.
Yeah, that's a great call.
Yeah, and that thing's so easy. It's essentially a water bottle.
I mean, and they're not going to let us bring a cooler.
No, there's
you got to pay for all that shit.
Yeah.
I think it's a bad idea to overpay for something we're already going to overpay for. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
$400 a head just to put our ass in seats. Plus, it's going to be $10 to $15 beers.
True.
Like, I don't know. I just think that's a waste of money.
That's good. I'm with you on that. I'm very much into. If I'm going to spend money, I'd rather do it on experiences. I do see that as an experience,
yeah, that's the other thing.
$400 for that experience is kind of crazy when I'm not spending that on anything else.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
If they roped off like a corner of the pool, or like they gave us little box seats in the pool, and we had, a 10 by 10 square for us to just screw around and do whatever, I'll pay for that.
Yeah, that's $400. I would easily do that, but yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. For all we know, we could do the cheap option, get there, and be like shit. Maybe we should have done the other option, or I would.
Listen,
well, I would prefer that than spending the $400 and being like, "Fuck, we overpaid. This was pointless."
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'd rather regret not spending the money than regret spending it.
True.
Call me cheap. Whatever.
Yeah. That's a stretch for being cheap. But speaking of that pool, you're gonna be all gussied up for us.
Here I am.
You're not gonna be tarred and feathered this time. That'll be nice.
No, that'll be good. I won't get like 3rd degree sunburn on my back. The part that I can't wipe off the freaking Vaseline from. Sit in the sun all day. But that's all right.
Truly, truly the worst punishment I've ever seen on anything. You had maybe 4 feathers on you?
Yeah, and like the worst part is like, it was like literally melting.
Yeah. Because
there was no AC in that house.
Right, so it immediately just started.
So it was just, you leave your, I don't know, like a deodorant stick gets like too warm and it just turns to goo.
Like if you
that's what was happening physically on my body. Petroleum jelly, just like a river.
Yeah, that was bad. I was thinking about it, and for all 3 of your punishments, you're going to be in a desert. Weirdly enough, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just.
At least we're not drafting in Alaska.
Yeah. That'll be an interesting draft.
Could be taking a polar bear plunge. Glaciers. I'd rather be in the sun.
Yeah, rather be in the sun, being embarrassed than risking hypothermia and becoming a polar bear snack.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll give you that one. But I gotta say though, for back-to-back last place finishes, you seem like you're doing good. I do want to double check. You are doing okay, right? Yeah, things are good.
I've never had a clearer mind going into fantasy football season. There is literally nothing for me to do when I get home from work between now and the draft, except prepare. And I'm not going to say I'm going to be the most prepared, but last summer I was studying for the bar. The year before that, I was going into the last year of law school. I don't have any of that shit anymore.
It's true. You're a whole new Fezz. You're coming out tough.
I'm not putting the league on notice. I'm just making you all aware that I'm bringing my full self to this fantasy football season. That's
the other thing I wanted to point out. You are actually, I would argue that you might be sitting in the second best position in the draft in terms of picks. I mean, obviously Spears is one. It's just a shit show. And I will apologize to you since you did not give a first round pick, but I also gave you my second and my third. So I feel like
So let me just. I don't want to address that. I've addressed that. I don't want to.
No, that's fair. That's totally fair. That might be getting into strategy. That's kind of the point I'm trying to say. You're not talking about. You're not talking a lot of shit, and
I didn't get what I wanted, but I'm happy with what I got.
You should be. I mean, in a normal year, what you should be like sitting pretty high in terms of like predictions. I'd be really shocked if you missed the playoffs this year. It would take
I'll find a way not to make the playoffs, but I'm not coming in last. Hopefully, we'll put it that way. That's we have learned to bring that bar way low.
Hey, our bar is to just get a playoff win. So I'm right. I completely understand the bar being not what you wanted.
I've seen the highs and lows of this league.
True.
I've been to 2 championship games.
Very true.
People forget that.
No,
People forget that.
No, you may have those last places, but you do have playoff wins. You've been there. You've been in the show. It's more than some people can say.
That's all right.
That's all right.
When's the last time Dan did a playoff run?
I don't know. I know he made the playoffs this year and didn't do anything with it. Well, I would have finally got my win, but it is what it is.
But yeah, I like my draft capital. I like where I'm at.
It's good to hear. I want to give you a chance to talk about the Eagles for a little bit. How you feeling about the off season? Coming in as Super Bowl champs. Yeah, there's that Philly back there. Love you. Love to see it.
Put my jersey on. That's good.
That would have been good. Yeah. But yeah, world champions.
We are. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have brushed up on your spelling recently, but do you know how to spell world champion? Tom?
God. Honestly, I really thought I know how to. Yes, I know how to spell world champion. It's EAGLES.
Damn right, Tom. You're the smartest one of the bunch. Go Birds, baby.
But for a second there, I thought you were going to ask me to like pronounce some defensive lineman on the Eagles' name, and I was just going to be like, "Fuck."
I did enjoy watching you squirm.
No, God, it's so hard. And then, okay, so Manchester United sign a player today. His last name is Mbeumo. Buemo. I can do that one. I can do that. But
Bueno?
Terry.
It's Bueno?
It's like, yeah, it's Bueno, but with an M instead of an N, and there's a silent M in front of it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I still can't fully pronounce Tua Tagovailoa, and he was on my fucking team.
Taiga Vailoa.
Taiga Viola? Oh my god.
Vailoa.
Loa.
Vailoa. Tua Tanga Vailoa.
Tua Tanga Viola. All right. Ooh.
I think we could be butchering this. It's really brutal.
Maybe. I don't know. I certainly am not the one to know. But yeah, champions.
Yeah, I'm excited for the Eagles.
Yeah, what have they been doing in the offseason? I haven't really seen much in terms of what they've been doing.
They've been doing like what they need to do, I think. I'm blanking on the corner that we let walk. One of like the older guys. Not Slade. I'm blanking, but one of the other corners is gone. He was an older guy. Like
okay.
it was either send him off or give him like $20 million a year. Like they're just
I guess that's essentially his retirement.
Yeah, it was like a business decision. So he went and signed like a 3-year, $30 million, $40 million, something like that, like somewhere else.
Good for him. Get that money.
What else? I mean, we had a great draft. I don't know if you guys paid attention to that.
I was still distraught over football as a whole, and I honestly have no idea about like any of the rookies, to be honest.
I mean, we got another SEC stud defensive tackle. A D lineman.
Yeah,
it's a D lineman.
I feel like they can be
linebacker,
relatively interchangeable.
We got another linebacker in there somewhere. We're set, I think, Vic Fangio's defense. This season might be the best defense that's ever existed. And that's saying something compared to last year.
True.
So I think hopes are high. Commanders scare me.
Did you ever think you'd say that in your lifetime?
I said it last year.
You did mention it last year.
Going into that divisional round, I was terrified. Or no.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, divisional round. NFC Championship was the Rams. Yeah. Yeah. I was terrified of that game. And now they have Debo.
Really? Yeah.
I don't know. Jaden Daniels is the truth. And last year's Commanders team reminded me of 2017, 2018 Eagles. Like, playing above their weight, had no business being that good. And I was like, this is it. Like, we could easily lose to them. But we didn't.
No, yeah. I will say, from the way the Eagles' playoff games went, it always felt like, I really feel like if anybody had managed to actually beat the Eagles, they would have won the whole thing. Like,
I think the term you're looking for, Tom, is inevitable. The Eagles were inevitable last season.
You really like making your team sound like Thanos? Why does everybody keep doing that?
Inevitable.
Okay. No, yeah. It's
inevitable.
It was going to happen. Yeah. Go Birds. Always go Birds.
Go Birds.
We're going to get into our little guest request here. We have
guest request.
Another rules proposal suggestion from one of our league members here. I'm actually going to see if I can get that pulled up on here. That up. And in addition to that, we should have a special guest on here in about 3 minutes.
Perfect.
Yes. Apologize for the weird technical stuff that's probably happening on the video version of all this. Just
understand can sort that out.
We are, but this is going to be a yeah.
In his 15-minute break, a 24-hour day, he can. I'm going to grab a beverage.
Go for it. Oh, my God.
We're back.
All right. Actually, should have.
Am I allowed to share my screen? Would that catch on the recording?
That should work. That would actually be fantastic.
All right. How?
Think under. Oh, there should be a little.
Yeah. I gotta do system settings here. Oh, wait a second.
There he is. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We got a special extra guest on the pod today.
I feel so honored to be on this high quality pod. Man, I'm just amazed.
Oh wow.
Oh wow. This is gonna look. The 3-person one looks really good. I'm gonna have to do this a lot more.
Where in the world is that jawline today?
So we are in Scottsdale.
We called it.
We'll be in Scottsdale for at least like the month. I'd say we're going to be a little week in Santa Barbara to get out of the heat, but otherwise most of August and July will be in Scottsdale.
Just a quick jaunt down to the beach.
Yes, I'm actually, you guys get a kick out of this. I am teaching someone at pickleball, and they own properties in Santa Barbara, so I'm going to stay at one of his properties and then just like provide some solo teaching. So, and this, every day is
What is your life now?
I know, it's the guy just, I know. But very excited. Fezz, have you broached the big topic yet?
We were just about to.
Not yet. We were just. I'm trying to figure out how to share my screen here.
Oh, are you showing?
There should be a little computer button on the bottom.
Well, it says I have to open settings or something.
Oh yeah, this is a pain. Google's browser sometimes if you don't have it allowed, you're gonna have to leave the meeting.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
You can send it to me, Fezz, if you want me to share my screen.
Yeah, I can do that, and I'll just tell you.
Yeah, I'll just flip it for you. Man, it's just like I'm on the job, baby.
Oh, you're back into it. You're back in it.
Hey, we're sending it back. I'll share it. Yep, I know this life.
Oh, I love this.
Fezz, I forgot. I'm sure you already covered this, but the working life, how's it going?
Dude, it's good. I was telling Tom, I am. It is not a legal role.
Okay.
I am doing administrative work for a judge.
That's right.
Who was one of my professors at this kind of graduate program I just finished up. So it's been good. Learning a lot. But yeah, it is definitely not. JD is not required for this.
Yeah.
But it's it's a paycheck.
Well, amen. And also, I feel like you don't need to be doing any legal work with how much detail is in this Dynasty is Our Destiny deck. So I'll share
it. Oh, yeah, you got your eyes on that now? Check that
yeah, I got it.
Oh, it looks so good.
There we go, Fezz. The floor is yours, my man.
Oh, wow. Here we go.
All right. Gentlemen of the league. Dynasty is our destiny. Wow. At some point, our league will move to a Dynasty 4-back. And my proposal for 2025, taking effect 2026, I want to make that very clear. If we approve this, this will not be the 2025 draft will be normal, will be what we usually do, unless we change the keepers between now and then or whatever. This would be for next fall. So with that, Alec, next slide, please. So a little bit of a refresher for everyone who doesn't know what Dynasty is. Spears, Joe, Chris, we're looking at you guys. Pay attention. So everyone is a keeper. As long as they are active in the NFL and they are on your roster, you keep them forever. You pick them up off the waiver wire, they're on yours forever. It includes expanded rosters. You can have as many IR spots as you want, really. You're still a waiver wire. You can expand it to include defensive players, all the same settings that we have now, plus a whole bunch more. The one trick, the one difference is after year one, the draft is just for rookie players. So we can set that up however we want. We can make it 3 rounds, 4 rounds, 5 rounds. We have the ability to make it whatever we want, but we'd have to work out which players are dropping, which players are off your team in order to make room for those draft picks. So that's how Dynasty would work in kind of a nutshell. Like I said, there's a lot of ins and outs we can customize, especially with Sleeper. That's the best decision we have made ever.
Amen to that.
Yes.
So because before you go on, Tom, where do you land on Dynasty?
I like the idea of Dynasty. Ever since the FIFA drafts and watching you guys do the Madden drafts, I've kind of always wanted this.
I'm glad you brought that up, Tom.
Yeah, I really want to hold. I love the players I draft. If I could have, there's a reason I had Russell Wilson for 4 years. I love my players. I hate Russell now, but I love my players when I have them.
So Alec, I asked Tom if we could have you on today, specifically to talk about Dynasty, which is a good thing you're here because we can't share our screens.
Yeah, we're still learning, guys.
I was not playing, but you have been on the auction
yes
train for like 5 years.
Almost 1 year, but almost passed. I'll never forget that.
That was so close. That was crazy.
Denver, that was close. That was tight.
How different would our league be?
You had the right amount of like, I'm too hungover for this. I'm a little too drunk for this. Ready? You had us.
You were so close.
So like when I was talking to, I mentioned this to Tom kind of in the pre-record. Like, I think Dynasty, like, I was kind of against auction because it's just such a different animal. Mm-hmm. Like, your draft prep is different. The way the draft works is different. Like, it's just everything's upside down and moving at the same time. Like, at least with Dynasty, like, the way you draft and kind of the Venn diagram of Dynasty and redraft is way more overlapping than redraft and auction. Like, so I just feel like it is a big change, but it's just putting a bigger focus on valuing players and less on when you're going to take someone and what, like it's more. So I don't know.
Yeah,
what is your take on it?
Yeah, I think that's something like after seeing all the mayhem that the first round draft or like trading of future picks, I pretty much gave up on auction. And I do think, Fezz, you're right. Like what I liked about auction of just like switching things up, a little bit different way of thinking about things, I still get with Dynasty. And I don't have, it's not like you said, it isn't just a radical departure as like auction is. So it does scratch that itch for sure for me in terms of like, it feels a lot different and kind of fun and new, and you have to apply a kind of different way of thinking about the draft in your team while still keeping a lot of like the fun aspects of the draft,
Yeah, like the core of what we do right now as a league, I think kind of stays the same.
Yeah.
It just you got that one draft to really set yourself up. So
that's a crazy. That does get my heart beating already just thinking about what the sixth draft would look like. Next slide.
Yeah, please. All right, so this is an overview.
Love this.
Of why Dynasty is our destiny and why we should adopt it right now.
Yeah.
So there's 3 reasons why we should go to Dynasty format. You've got it fixes what we were just talking about, that first round problem. Trades actually matter. Like, you're trading a player for life. The odds of him coming back to you are slim, to say the least.
As Trader Tom's, I'll say all trades matter, but that's just... Sorry.
All trades matter, but...
It's true. I get you though, Fezz, on this one.
No, I totally understand.
So you get off-season fun. Right now, the off-season between essentially week 16, 17, when the playoffs wrap up, until maybe we sprinkle in a little bit during the NFL draft and the league fires up a bit. It's dead until we have our first pod of the season.
Sure.
And right now, there's not a lot of trades in the off-season, which is fine. I'm not saying there should be more trades. I'm just saying right now the NFL offseason does not matter until draft day, which is why we draft late, so that everything's cleared up for the most part, right? Third, final point for why it's the perfect marriage of our interests as a league. I'll go into some more detail on what I mean. And then I'd like to move on to some common objections of why people will say we shouldn't do this. First of all, I can hear it now. Oh, it's going to be boring. That's going to be Ian Kyle. That's going to be Alex.
You're Ian Kyle right now.
That was a good Ian Kyle.
Change is bad. Change is bad. I could hear someone like Bennett or Spears saying that.
Spears, for sure.
And then the league is not ready. That's Imhoff. The league is not ready.
Oh, that's.
I think Imhoff might say, or maybe even Bill might say, the league is not ready. I don't know. Bill's kind of a wild card. And then I have final thoughts at the end. So let's just run it.
Beautiful.
So reason number 1 to vote for this now. Trades actually matter. Okay? Dynasty is a true test of ball knowledge. Okay? There are way more details and way more variables to consider in each pick, in each player. You think you really don't like this guy's offensive coordinator, but he's a standout wide receiver, draft him anyway. Because in 2 years, that OC is going to be fired because he sucks. And now this guy's going to jump off and you're going to the moon. Okay? There's way more ability to find an edge. I think it creates more aggressive bidding on the waiver wire because, Pacheco goes down and now everyone wants his backup. Everybody wants his backup. You're going to be looking at, I think, 2 times bidding price at least, like per player, because there'll be fewer of them. That's true, but CMC, busts his Achilles again. God forbid. Like people are going to be jumping all over the waiver to get his replacement, and most importantly, it fixes that first round problem. And there's 2 ways that I look at this. Number 1 is either it fixes the problem by consolidating draft capital into only 3 to 4 rounds. So your picks are way too valuable to trade away like candy. Okay? Or it's only rookies, so the picks really aren't worth anything. So if you trade one, it doesn't upend the league's, ability. Spears is not going to win 1 year in Dynasty by taking 6 rookies in the first round. So it either overvalues them, where people are disincentivized to trade them away so freely, or it undervalues them, where it won't break the league when someone collects a few. Next slide, please. Off-season fun. NFL draft, meet the league. Okay? All I'm saying is that there are 32 cities across this beautiful country of ours that could host a mid-spring meeting of league owners. We can go to the draft. We can get dressed up in all of our gear. We can cheer for our mediocre teams like the Bengals and the Bears.
Some good podcast.
And we can just have a blast. I mean, think about it. Imagine going to Indy again. That's where it all started. Go watch the combine. I mean, come on, guys.
Can we buy that dirty trap house and go there?
Like I said earlier, the NFL offseason is no longer a dry spell for fantasy football. Free agency impacts your players. Maybe you want to trade somebody because you don't like that he just got moved to the Texans, or you don't, wherever. Every real life NFL move matters for the same time horizon on our fantasy football team. So I think that's an added bonus. I think it just adds a little more intrigue. You got to keep up with your teams. You got to keep up with your players specifically all year long. I think it's a lot of fun. Next slide, please. It's the perfect marriage. This is point number 3. I think the way I view it is rookies come from the NCAA. Tom, you said it before. You said it perfectly. It's like our own little Madden franchise.
Yeah.
We already watch college football every week. We already bet on all the games. We know, Spears and Joe and Chris can rattle off all of OSU's players. I mean, why not allow Saturdays and these kids to be part of our league in a little bit of, in a small way? Like, we can cheer him on. We can hope he's going to do well. Like, right now, college football only matters for the actual first round NFL draft picks that are offensive players. And I just think that that's too small of a window for all the fun that college football brings. So it's all football all the time in Dynasty. Next slide, please. Here are some common objections. We're not ready. I think that's patently false. This is the most ready we've ever been.
Wholeheartedly.
Alex is talking about outlawing first-round draft pick trades, which, fine. But I think if you're going to do that, you might as well switch to Dynasty. Like, you're upending the free market. So let's just throw out that Constitution, write a new one. Why not?
Amen.
Two things.
Amen.
There's tons of rule proposals this year. Bill wants to do tight end premium. We were talking about bringing back kickers. Was that a serious serious conversation?
Very serious. Yeah, Bill's a freak about that.
I mean, we're going backwards. The league is going backwards. Okay, we only go forwards in this league. Dynasty is forward. Okay, Dynasty is in front of us. Kickers are behind us. So, Chris is. I believe he said something has to change. This is the change, Chris. This is the change. The league is hungry for something new. At some point in this league's history, we are going to move to Dynasty. So why not now? Why not now? Next slide, please. Change is bad. I can't say I disagree. I like tradition. I think it's fun. It's something that brings us all together. But as Alec always says, adapt or die. Okay? And there's 4 examples right there that are cautionary tales. You guys can read that. I won't call them out by name. Alec, if you want to call them out, you can. I won't.
I will. He said the Steelers, the Bears, himself, and Mr. Dan are all cautionary tales.
And the Steelers.
I said the Steelers. I thought. Okay, but yeah. Throw the Bengals on there too. They actually adapted
and here is a great change that I think is long overdue. I think having a dynasty draft, especially for that first year, we have a chance to scramble the draft order however we want. You want to do, just like out of the league, line the kids up and make them race to the end. Whoever wins, you get first overall. Like, do something fun. Have a relay race. Have like a little something to juice up the league. Because right now, I have the first overall pick. Fine, great. I'm not complaining. I came in last, but I'm not complaining. But I don't think I deserve the first round pick, right? Like, I didn't do anything good to earn the first round pick. Someone should be able to show their athletic prowess, do their multiplication tables, or win a game of trivia or something for a first round, for the first overall pick to decide the draft order. Next slide, please. It's boring. No, it's not. Like I said before, take a trip to the NFL draft. That does not sound boring. That's the opposite of boring. Okay? It is the ultimate test of ball knowledge. Everyone has a longer time horizon for Bill to say, his 40 time, blah, 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 blah. Kyle Pitts. Cry wolf some more. You'll be right eventually. Okay? And when you're right, you're going to win impressions.
I had a cup of coffee with Kyle Pitts, and it was terrible. So,
yeah. Everybody's had Kyle Pitts. He's the town bicycle.
Have you had Pitts, Tom?
I had him for like a week. Yeah.
Yeah. I stay away.
Everyone's rotated him as tight end at some point.
He's the worst.
He's on the Falcons. They're not a good team. Stay away from him. Stay away from him. And like Tom said, I've said it before, it is our own little Madden franchise. We can draft all of these players. You can hand select your team that you want for, could be a decade, depending on if it's a quarterback or a wide receiver that has a long career. You get to shout him out in the rookie draft in year 1. You get to pick your guy. Now, on to my final thoughts. Listen, this league it has a special place in all of our hearts, okay? If you guys haven't started thinking about family planning, estate planning, I know an attorney offers good rates. Discount. But you gotta start thinking about the assets you want to pass down and what your legacy is going to be. And you can build for the future in Dynasty. You can leave it to your kids to inherit. Bennett's got a little commish on the way. Chris has two beautiful kids that maybe he'll join the league, maybe win a championship before he does. And there's all
already part of his front office
of little future league members running around, and there's more on the way probably. So don't do it for ourselves. Do it for legacy. Do it for the kids.
Gotta have a legacy.
Adopt Dynasty now. Thank you.
Man, all those years on the hill were not wasted. I agree.
Excellent. Beautiful.
So, Tom, where do you land on it?
I'm firmly Dynasty.
So you're a hard yes.
I'm a hard yes for this. I'm a hard yes. I've through all the rule proposals, the only one that I'm kind of not for, I'm not for restricting first round picks. I'm already upset about the keeper restrictions. I don't really want any more on there. I understand the first round pick one. I do, but I agree with Fezz that I feel like going to Dynasty is a similar and, in my opinion, better fix.
I mean, if you're going to lift the 6th round cap, 7th round cap on keepers?
Sixth. Is it 6th?
Yeah, the 6th to the end.
So if you just lift it, right, and all of them are keepers, then why not just go to Dynasty?
Right.
Because everyone's a keeper in Dynasty anyway.
I've seen that too. I can't remember who was talking to me about that, but someone is probably going to come on here and say that their proposal is that we just have one keeper, but they can be picked from any round.
Well, whoever that is, we have the same proposal.
So. Yeah. So I am so torn on keeper or on Dynasty right now, and the biggest blocker for me is draft day itself. Yeah. The draft is awesome. And that is the one thing that I think my head likes Dynasty, but my heart is like, oh man, is how radically will the draft day experience change? When we do our actual, when we draft those rookies, and will that feel like an afterthought? And is it just kind of it almost becomes like a chore. Whereas, now we do, at least I do, really look forward to the redraft and all, the 15 rounds and all of that. And that's, I think, my biggest hang up right now.
Alec, when you do Madden drafts, because you're the only one here that's done those and all that.
Yes.
What makes you more excited? Starting an entirely new franchise, or after you've established your team and you start drafting the NCAA kids and doing all that?
It's a great question, Tom. I mean, I'd be lying. So it's funny you say that because I feel like the actual drafting of players when we were doing the Madden draft, the first draft when we got everyone, did become my least favorite. Because it just kind of felt like it was everyone gets the same guys. Now so I do, and then the rookie draft was fun because you could scout people, and when you got a guy that was sick, it was sick, So I do think that is a compelling point, one I hadn't considered, but that's a good point.
I do, to be candid, I do worry about that draft day kind of lull, but I also think. Not to be morbid about all this, but it's like guys, some of us are already 32. We're pushing mid-30s here, fellas.
We certainly are.
Yeah. We got kids. People have kids, wives, girlfriends. At some point, they're all going to come along, which means they're going to occupy a lot of time from our weekend, the draft weekend. Which means if we go to Dynasty and we just take 2 hours, an hour to do 4 or 5 rounds of rookies, and we do our trivia that day, and we keep the regular draft day tradition alive. But it just takes 4 hours less time.
That's a really good point. I mean, Alec, you and I have talked before about.
I just don't see the downside. I mean, I see the downside in, like you're saying, Alec, that just absolute chaos and joy of draft day. Isn't the heartbreak? The heartbreak of draft day. But I mean, we're growing up. Why not grow up and move to Dynasty?
Tom, what were you gonna say? I feel like you were gonna.
No, I was just saying that you and I have talked about that before, and that's such a good point. In the future, we all know eventually it's going to turn into 12 families doing a vacation.
Which I'm all for.
Yes, I think everybody's for that. I also feel like at the same time, some of us are trying to push that off as long as possible.
But it's going to happen eventually. It's not like we're ever going to stop doing this league. There's no way that happens.
Right.
So making the draft part easier, because I mean we already have to do rule proposals. That's not going anywhere. That's still going to come back up no matter what format we're in. So if we can, instead of taking 6 hours between rules discussion and the actual draft part, probably more like 4 hours. If we can turn that
I think you're close to 6, Tom. I think you're. Yeah. I mean, between the break between rules.
Yeah, that break's
we never start on time.
No. I mean, we never start.
Never start on time.
That's not going to change if we just lessen it. Yeah. But if we can turn that into 2 hours, that makes a difference, and that would be, I'm assuming, something our future families would appreciate.
Yeah, you're right, because you can really get, 4 rounds, especially when you consider that, realistically, probably the first 2 rounds would be the only rounds that, 3 and 4 would be, functionally what, rounds 10 through 15 would be.
Yeah, those are going to be your dart throws.
Yeah, so, you would move. And I like it because we still get to do the first round. And we announce.
We still get to come up with that.
Still every year. Yeah. So, yeah, it's a good point, Fezz. That's I hadn't thought of it like that, but I do think you're onto something with the condensed is probably a good thing going forward.
And maybe I'm 2-3 years ahead of this, right? I think Chris's oldest is 3 years old?
That's a good question. That's
yeah.
And that's the oldest kid.
Yeah.
So not really in school per se, Septembers are still free, but it's hey, that kid's in 8th grade, 5th grade, soccer practice, soccer games, recitals, all that stuff. That's the Thursday of draft weekend, possibly. So I'm not saying it's a burden. I'm just saying it's a reality of this is the stage of our lives we're moving into. So we might as well adapt to it.
Adapt or die.
Adapt or die. Adapt or die. Wow.
I think we got a title there.
We have a lot to think about here, Fezz. It is it's funny because I feel like I do feel like people are definitely more into Dynasty than they were into Auction. Just in my discussion, I definitely feel like people are more into it. I think Bennett's into it too. He always seems
Bennett's pro Dynasty. I think he said it on the pod.
Like I said before, my gut reaction to Auction was I have no idea how to even start. How do you bid? Can you outbid someone? Can you what if you don't get a first round pick at all? How do you keep track of rounds? So there's all kinds of unknowns. It's just, like you said, radically different from anything we've ever done. Dynasty is just top to bottom, keeper for life, and you go from there. And I think it's a pretty simple fix for this first round problem. You guys could also not trade with him after he already has 4 of them, but
I was going for broke Fezz. I
gotta apologize.
I had to do it.
My grandfather likes to say, "You can't teach stupid," and this is what you get.
Dude, I'll never forget though that pod you did when you were in Chicago that weekend with Spears and Ian and you had just made the.
And he walks out of there with 3 extra draft picks. He walked out of there with 3 first-round draft picks.
He already had everybody else's. We were driving down there. I was the one driving.
Make it better, Tom. That doesn't make it better.
He just put his hand on my shoulder and said, "I've got everyone in here's first-round draft pick except yours. That's so weird. I should fix that. What's it gonna take?" And then that was just all 5 hours just in my ear. Whispered sweet nothings.
Oh, that is
unbelievable. Have we audited Spears' picks? Does he have too many?
I don't even know.
Does he have over 15?
Well, of course he does, I think. But I think you just stop.
Like he's got to give up a first rounder.
I'm just say Spears will kill.
He'll burn it down. He'll burn it down. If you think him losing in trivia last year was bad, that would be.
Oh, goodness. Don't even bring it up.
We have to redeem ourselves, Alec. That was
It's so embedded in my brain, I can't even.
Speaking of,
just while we're on the subject of trivia, Alec, I gave you shit for forgetting my piece last year.
I wish I deserved.
Nope. He's right here. My bad. I forgot yours and mine. We've got good old Peter Parker.
From Peter Parker 2.1 or whatever the hell's coming out?
From Into the Spider-Verse, the animated one, the one that's voiced by Nick Miller.
Wait, did I get you for that the first and then you took it?
Yep, I took it. Totally forgot.
Oh,
I can remember stuff that happened in 4th grade.
For you, but now I remember the text exchange because I think I sent all of them to your house.
Yes, they all got sent to my house. Yeah.
And then you saw it. Okay, wow. Okay, yeah. Well, there we go. I'm glad. That's a good one, though.
It's a great one. Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that I put that one.
And Dan Schlusser will be allowed to beat the shit out of it. And I forgot how much I loved it, to be honest. And now I'm really sad.
That's a great. See, that's a new tradition. We changed something, guys, and look at it. It's here to stay. Dynasty.
It's an amazing change too. The trivia. But,
I appreciate you.
Fez, I got a lot to think about. I gotta hop off, but Fez, you made a compelling case. I think there's going to be a newsletter coming down the line here in the next couple of days, kind of outlining all the rules, and I'm really going to have to organize my thoughts as it relates to the Dynasty. There's got a lot, I'm going to have to sleep on this one.
Well, I had to send you the slides for you to share your screen, so
it all worked out. It's going to be a nightmare to edit the video part, but I'm going to figure it out.
Tom, I don't know how you do that, honestly. It's so impressive.
God, if it wasn't for my film nerd shit, I would have dropped it by now, but I do love doing it. It's actually so much fun. I know it's going to be a nightmare to edit, but I'm going to love doing
it. Well, Fez, I enjoyed the thoughts.
Our little man.
We're doing the rest of this pod. Take it easy, fellas.
Alec, it was a pleasure having you back on. Can't wait for your appearance in a couple weeks.
Yep, take it easy.
You too, buddy. Yep. Fez, that was a wonderful presentation. Thank you, Alec Romali, for coming on to the pod and helping us out with that, especially with showing the slide deck. That was...
Shout out to the, what is he now, a 4-time champ, 5-time champ?
4-time champ. Former,
shout out to the 4-time champ.
I guess still current co-host of the pod. That was a very...
Oh, yeah?
I liked doing that with him on and off. And when it shows up on the video version, it was kind of cool to see how it popped up with 3 people.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. So, we got through our guest request. We're going to get into our trivia talk. All right. So, as I've been doing with everybody, I'm going to do 2 of our normal trivia questions with you. They're both going to be ones that relate to you. And then I have a Who Said That for you. You actually have a special edition Who Said That. It's going to be from the Snapchat. You're going to enjoy it. I think you're going to get it right off the bat. I'd be shocked. And then finally, I got my last little questions for you. My 2 personal things and then the fun one. All right. So, for your first trivia question, this is a fun one. This Eagles QB may not have won a Super Bowl, but he had a hilarious cameo on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Imhoff used to talk about this guy so much, it'd be very embarrassing to get it wrong. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense since you weren't growing up with him, but I will say he was an Eagles quarterback who appeared on an episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Well, it's funny you should say that because I'm looking, you guys can't see it, but over there above my mini bar is an Eagle shrine, and there's a jersey of number 5, Donovan McNabb, hanging right there. So that's my final answer.
Donovan McNabb is the correct answer.
Campbell's Chunky, baby.
That was really Campbell's Chunky, yeah. On that one, he's doing an ad for McDonald's, but it's really just one of the kids from the Cosby Show. Just he's like, the best part of it is that, and this was real. Like the guy could not say the name Donovan McNabb. He kept saying, he was like me. He kept saying like, Dolan McNabbler, or I'm a Donaman McVab, and it's like. Kind of makes sense because he's not actually Donovan McNabb. He's just pretending to be. So that was good. Yeah, congratulations. Great job on that question. This one's going to be real personal for you.
Yeah.
Our question number 2 for you, and this is one of my favorite questions in all trivia.
Okay.
First year of the Smash Relay ended in quite a dramatic fashion. Our underdog, Mr. Fezz here, and his trusty pal Shulk defeated the heavyweight champion of Smash, Mr. Dan, and the stone cold dick killer known as the Villager. What combo sealed your victory against Mr. Dan?
I believe it was side C to the right.
That was half of it. Let's see if we can get the other half. Yeah, it was a combo, so it's 2 moves.
I don't think
That was the move to kill it.
I might have done a side A first. I don't think I hit him with a backslash on the way down. I know I hit him with a backslash, but I can't remember if it was really an up slash. It might have been the up slash and then a side C, but I'm pretty sure he was on the ground and he landed and I just dagger.
The dagger part was accurate. It was actually the backslash over smash combo. You did hit him with a backslash. It got him on the up part, stunned him, and then you just bam right into him.
Okay, yeah.
That's gonna for like your little intro part. That's where it's gonna end at. I just can't. It's gonna be a good one. Again, I love the editing of this. All right, and then finally, your who said that?
Who said that?
Don't do the voice.
This will be good.
This is the Snapchat memory edition. This one got sent into the group. I think, it was a good amount of months ago. But it was a memory from November. The quote we've got here is, "Cheers to Tom not making the playoffs." However, this was said, this was encouraged by Spears and Joe for this person to say. The person that said it is not a member of the league.
Ooh.
But cheers to Tom not making the playoffs, said by this person heard.
This could be... Whoa. Wow, there's... So, like, Will jumps right off the top. Like, Allie Bowers jumps right off the top. Like, I don't know if, like,
that would hurt.
they're back in Dayton or something, and, like...
No. Bowers would snap me in half.
Kelsey might have said that, too. I don't know.
You're going down a good train of thought, and again, it was a betrayal. It hurt.
Oh, your sister. They got Michaela to say that, huh? Yeah, I remember that. That
realization on your face was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was my own blood. It was my own sister. They bought her a shot, and they said the only way that you can take this is if we get you on video saying "Cheers to Tom not making the playoffs." I'm in the video, like I'm right there. She says it right in front of me.
He just says, "Tom, I want your draft pick," and you give it to him. Yeah. Michaela, you have to say this in order to take the shot. She says it. I mean, He's got some kind of spell over you guys, man.
Yeah, he's a charming man. That's what it is. All right. Yeah. Now I'm gonna have to officiate her wedding. So that'll be fun.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, excited for that.
When is that?
Next August.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Be fun. I'm returning to upstate New York. She'll be
really.
Yeah, that's where his family's from. Yeah, they're actually Syracuse.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty up there, near like the Finger Lakes and stuff.
Yeah, right by. The one that they're by is called Skinny Alice.
Yeah, that's one of the bigger ones, I think, right?
Yeah, it's a bigger one.
Yeah, it's beautiful up there, man.
It's beautiful. Gorgeous. Yeah, I'm very jealous every time Michaela says
great draft location.
Be a good one.
Great draft location. Get a little lake house. Get on the boat.
You know, if I win, I might double check and see when that wedding is too. I should actually double check that.
That would be a problem.
That would be a problem. I'd have to pull an Alec and leave halfway through again. All right. Well, Mr. Fezz, thank you so much for coming on. I've got my 3 final questions for you. Would you be interested in doing a D&D game in the off season? Basically, just like this on Google Meet.
Actually, yeah. I have never played. I
don't think anyone has.
I have a ton of really good friends, including you, that have played, and they rave about it.
It is fun.
So, yeah, I would do D&D for sure.
Hell yeah. Cool. This one I think I can actually sell you on. I'm going to ask if you could watch One Piece. And before you say anything, I want to say that the big overarching theme of One Piece is freedom.
You know I like freedom.
I know you like freedom. I know you
love
like it.
Freedom.
Love that freedom.
The one thing I don't enjoy is like live action cartoons. Like I don't know. Like I can watch Family Guy, King of the Hill, like Bob's Burgers, that kind of stuff. Simpsons, like just like I don't know, that anime outside of like Dragon Ball Z. Like anime is really like not my speed. I'm gonna have to respectfully say no to that.
Understandable. Again,
yeah.
I'm asking. I will say there's also like a live action version that's only like 8 episodes, worth a watch.
Yeah, you were telling other guys like the anime one's like what, a couple thousand episodes or something like that.
I think they just hit 1150 and going. And
yeah, like at some point you got to end the story. You know,
he's almost there.
You got to win your freedom at some point. Otherwise, like, what are we doing?
Well, the whole thing is that he's trying to free the entire planet, and it's taken a long time. It was a big planet.
Yeah, that's a little too much for me to chew on, but
it's a lot. It's very.
It sounds interesting. I'm not saying it's a bad story, but
no,
I don't think that's for me.
It's just something I felt like asking for this whole thing. And then finally, the question I'm most excited to ask everybody: what are you watching, reading, listening to like unwind and just not think, or for fantasy related things? What you consuming?
Well, the fantasy grind doesn't stop, as most of you know.
Of course.
Dan and Spears. It starts at 6 a.m. on draft day and ends at 6:30. But to unwind, I binged The Bear season 4 earlier this month. Great show. If you guys haven't watched it, if you can suffer through the first season and all the chaos, like it's the best show on TV.
Took me a second, but once I got through that trauma, I'm so in love with that show.
Yeah, it's so good. Reading wise, we're on a freedom theme here. I picked up a copy of Common Sense. Gave that a read. It's only like 60 pages, so that was like a nice afternoon read. And I've never read Tale of Two Cities, so that is my current little Charles Dickens. So
I like that. I go back to
that's my current. That's my nighttime read.
Yeah.
Read one chapter and I'm tired.
No,
ready to just pass out. So there's he's got like a million commas. Mm-hmm. Like one page is a whole sentence, so it's just So
no, that's good stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm reading right now. What I'm watching. What I watched. I always watch MASH too. That's the Gertz brothers have Frasier. I've got MASH. I love that show.
I love that. Dude. My parents loved MASH. My dad. I don't think my mom was quite old enough to like be watching. Actually, no. I think she watched the finale with her parents. But I remember my dad had a big watch party for that finale, and then they had the thing with the chicken. And he was like, we probably shouldn't have had a big watch party. we made a mistake on that one.
No, it's a great show.
It's so good.
You guys haven't watched it. It definitely does not pass the 2025 PC test. But it is.
Alan, Dr. Hawkeye is.
which is what makes it hilarious. It's like that. I don't know. It's a great show.
Being of its time is something that can be really funny.
Yeah. So that's my life at the moment. Applying to jobs.
Yeah. Watching
MASH, reading Charles Dickens. So
good. Well, again, it was lovely having you on. Can't wait to have you back on again. Again, and for you two, if you want to send any voice notes for anything, you have a thought you want to send to the league or a response to something that someone said in a previous episode, we're going to throw it on there. We're trying to be as much as a real podcast as possible.
I love it. Yeah. And Alex coming out with the newsletter. I'm looking forward to that newsletter. Kind of a synthesis of all the proposals. Might write a response to that. See how that fires me up a little bit.
Yeah. So. All right. Well, love you, buddy. It was good talking to you.
All right, buddy. Love you too, man. Give your parents my best.
Thanks for hosting. Buddy. Yeah. It's so good seeing you. Adios.
Oh my God!